Hello friends. So in this video we will discuss regarding the residential status of individual. Before proceeding to this, we all know that income tax is calculated on every person. And now who is a person? According to Income Tax Act 1961, Section 2 subsection 31. Section 2 subsection 31 of the Income Tax Act defines that person can be any of these. A person can be individual, HUF, partnership firm, company, association of persons or body of individuals, local authority and others. It means for all these persons, you have to calculate tax. All these people have to pay tax to the income tax department. So their tax liability will depend upon their residential status. In this video, we will start with this individual, how the residential status of an individual is determined. Now for an individual, residential status has been given under Section 6 of Income Tax Act 1961. You all must know that residential status of an individual can be of two types. First of all, a person can be a resident of India, and second option is a person can be non-resident of India. If a person you can prove to be resident of India, then further there are two possibilities. That person can be ordinarily resident or that person can be not ordinarily resident. So this is the chart for residential status of an individual, which is described under Section 6. And for the resident, Section 6 subsection 1 and Section 6 subsection 1A applies. We will study what are these sections. For the non-resident, Section 2 subsection 30, it is applied, and if these two conditions are satisfied in case of resident only, then we will move on to the ordinarily resident and not ordinarily resident. You all must keep in mind that whenever we are deciding whether the person is a resident or non-resident, all these decisions depends upon his stay. For how many days a person has stayed in India. So first of all, you have to calculate the stay of that person in the previous year. Now what is the previous year? The year in which income is actually earned. For example, 2022 and 2023. If you have worked for this year and you have earned the income during this year, it will become your previous year. And this income is assessed in the assessment year. That is next year, 2023. 2024, Income Tax Department will assess the income of this year. So you have to check the stay of that person. Let us first see how a person can be the resident. So as I just told you people that to be the resident, two sections apply. Section 6 subsection 1 and Section 6 subsection 1A. There are certain conditions which are given under these two sections. And if those conditions are satisfied, we will say that the person was resident of India during the previous year. First of all, let's discuss Section 6 subsection 1. Section 6 subsection 1 give two type of tests. The first test says that in the previous year, the person, the individual should have stayed in India for at least 182 days. At least 182 days. If that person has stayed in India during the previous year for at least 182 days, not less than this, you will say that the individual is resident of India. Second, if this condition is not satisfied, there is another condition, then you will move on to the second condition. Second condition says that his stay during the previous year must be 60 days. Why? Because you have not satisfied 182 days. Then you will check whether that person has stayed in the previous year for 60 days. If yes, then you will check another condition, and his stay during 4 previous years. 4 previous year means from the previous year you will go back for the 4 years. In the previous year, 4 previous year, his total stay should be at least 365 days. So either you can satisfy this test or this test. So if one of this test is satisfied, you will say that person is declared to be resident under Section 6 subsection 1. दोनों में से कोई भी एक टेस्ट सेटिस्फाई करना है, प्रीवियस ईयर में उसका स्टे कम से कम 182 डेज होना चाहिए. अगर ये सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो रहा तो प्रीवियस ईयर में स्टे 60 डेज. एंड एक और कंडीशन चेक करेंगे, प्रीवियस ईयर के पिछले 4 साल, इफ प्रीवियस ईयर इज 2022-23, उसके पिछले 4 साल में टोटल स्टे शुड बी मिनिमम 365 days. So just to sum up, we can say that you want to prove yourself to be resident of India, either of these two conditions have to be satisfied. Stay in the previous year 182 days, or stay in the previous year 60 days, and stay in the 4 years preceding the previous year should be 365 days. So आप चाहे ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई कर लें, चाहे ये कंडीशन, दोनों में से एक कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई करना है. नाउ फ्रॉम द असेसमेंट ईयर 2021 to 22, from this year onwards another section, that is section 6 subsection 1A has been added, and they have given कि अगर ये दो टेस्ट सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो रहे हैं तो एक सेक्शन 6 सबसेक्शन 1A में एक डीम्ड रेजिडेंट्स का एक कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया कि एक पर्सन को आप रेजिडेंट मान लेंगे. कब मानेंगे? सो फ्रॉम असेसमेंट ईयर 2021-22 अ प्रोविजन ऑफ डीम्ड रेजिडेंट हैव बीन एडेड. ये कहता है कि कुछ पर्सन्स को हम रेजिडेंट एज्यूम कर लेंगे. सो अ सेक्शन 6 सबसेक्शन 1A वाज इंसर्टेड इन द रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस ऑफ इंडिविजुअल, एंड कुछ लोगों को हमने रेजिडेंट डीम कर लेना, एज्यूम कर लेना है. कौन से लोग होंगे ये? फर्स्ट इज द पर्सन हु इज एन इंडिविजुअल who is citizen of India. He should have taken the citizenship of India, and his total income, other than the income from any foreign sources, his total income in any year, if it is more than rupees 15 lakh during the previous year, the person, if satisfies all these conditions, will be deemed to be the resident of India in the previous year. बट एक कंडीशन क्या है? दिस पर्सन शुड नॉट बी लायबल टू पे द टैक्स इन एनी अदर कंट्री. अगर वो किसी और कंट्री में टैक्स नहीं पे कर रहा प्रीवियस ईयर के लिए और उसकी प्रीवियस ईयर में इनकम 15 लाख से ज्यादा है, सो वी विल प्रिज्यूम दैट द पर्सन इज रेजिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया ओनली. सो इस पर्सन को प्रूव करने की जरूरत नहीं है फॉर हाउ मेनी डेज आई हैव स्टेड इन इंडिया और फॉर हाउ मेनी डेज आई हैव स्टेड आउटसाइड इंडिया. राइट. सो इस पर्सन के लिए ये जो है तीनों कंडीशन, द पर्सन शुड बी इंडिविजुअल, द पर्सन शुड बी सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, एंड द पर्सन शुड बी हैविंग इनकम अदर देन द फॉरेन सोर्सेज. द इनकम शुड बी मोर देन रुपीज 15 lakh, एंड दिस पर्सन इज नॉट लायबल टू पे द टैक्स इन एनी अदर कंट्री. So now you can see, to prove the resident we have 3 concepts. First, section 6 subsection 1, 182 days. If this is not satisfied, then previous year 60 days stay, plus in the previous 2 for previous year 365 days stay. And the third one is, अगर ये चारों conditions पूरी होती हैं, the person will be the deemed resident of country. Now there are 2 exceptions to this point. It means वहां पर ये 60 days वाला concept नहीं लगेगा, वहां पर 182 डेज वाला कॉन्सेप्ट लगेगा. इन द लैंग्वेज ऑफ लॉ, दीज 60 days विल बी रिप्लेस्ड बाय 182 days. इट मीन्स अल्टीमेटली टेस्ट 2 विल नॉट बी एप्लीकेबल, टेस्ट 1 विल बी एप्लीकेबल. नाउ वो एक्सेप्शंस क्या है? फर्स्ट एक्सेप्शन इज, इफ अ पर्सन इज एन इंडिविजुअल एंड ही इज सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया एंड ही इज लिविंग इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द प्रीवियस ईयर एज अ मेंबर ऑफ क्रू ऑफ एनी इंडियन शिप, right, and he is going outside India for the purpose of employment. So अगर कोई person है, इंडिया का citizen है और he is going outside India during the previous year as a member of crew of Indian ship, or he is going outside India for the purpose of employment, so उस केस में 60 days वाला condition नहीं लगेगा, 182 वाला condition लगेगा. Exception number 1. Second exception is, in case any other person is there who is same citizen of India है या फिर वो इंडियन ओरिजिन का है. इंडियन ओरिजिन का मतलब है वो या उसके पेरेंट्स या ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स दे वर बॉर्न इन द इंडिया और अनडिवाइडेड इंडिया, तो इंडियन ओरिजिन का है. एंड ही हैज गॉन आउटसाइड इंडिया बट ही कम्स टू विजिट इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द प्रीवियस ईयर. वैसे वो इंडिया से बाहर ही रहता है, बट ड्यूरिंग द प्रीवियस ईयर ही कम्स टू इंडिया फॉर अ विजिट. सो इन दैट केस ऑल्सो 60 days का कंडीशन आपने चेक ही नहीं करना, वहां पर आपने 182 days का कंडीशन चेक करना है. सो नाउ वी हैव डन दैट. 3 टेस्ट हैं हमारे पास, 182 days, 60 days plus 365 days and deemed resident if income is more than 15 lakh. बट अगर ये 2 एक्सेप्शंस हैं, या तो वो इंडिया से बाहर क्रू का मेंबर बन के गया है या फिर इंडियन ओरिजिन का है बट ही स्टेइंग आउटसाइड इंडिया एंड इज कमिंग बैक टू इंडिया फॉर अ विजिट, इन दिस केस 60 days आपने नहीं चेक करने, आपने 182 days चेक करना है. Another important point is there. अब ये जो आपने सेकंड एक्सेप्शन पढ़ा, इंडियन ओरिजिन का होना चाहिए एंड ही हैज गॉन आउटसाइड इंडिया बट ही इज कमिंग बैक इन इंडिया टू विजिट, और वो पर्सन इस कैटेगरी में भी फॉल कर रहा है. इट मीन्स वो इंडिविजुअल है, इंडिया का सिटीजन है और उसकी इनकम 15 लाख से ज़्यादा है. फ्रॉम असेसमेंट ईयर 2021-22 जब ये क्लॉज आया तो एक नई कंडीशन आई कि अब आपने 182 days भी चेक नहीं करना. फॉर दिस पर्सन यू विल बी चेकिंग he will be the resident of India if his stay in India is 120 days or more. This is applying only in case of the second exception. 2 exceptions थी हमारी. इंडिया का सिटीजन, he has gone outside India as a member of crew of Indian ship, या फिर वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए गया है आउटसाइड इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द प्रीवियस ईयर, तो हम 60 days चेक करेंगे. बट इफ द पर्सन इज ऑफ इंडियन ओरिजिन और इंडियन सिटीजन, he is staying outside India बट ड्यूरिंग द प्रीवियस ईयर ही कम्स टू इंडिया फॉर अ विजिट, तो वहां पर आपने बिफोर 21-22 इट वॉज 182 days बट आफ्टर 21-22 इट हैज बिकम 120 days. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल. विद द हेल्प ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्पल थिंग्स विल बी मोर क्लियर. Now see this question. Here it is given that Mr. X, he came to India for the first time on 1st April 2016. He stayed in India for 3 years and then he went to France on 1st April 2019. Now see, it means he was in India from 1st April 2016 to 1st April 2019. तो 3 साल के लिए वो पूरा इंडिया में था. He again came back on 1st July. Now 1st April 2019 को वो चला गया, उसके बाद में 1st July 2019 को वापस आ रहा है and then he is going on 1st December 2020. So it means in the meantime he was in India from 1st July 2019 to 1st December 2020. 2020 1st December को फिर चला गया. Again he came back to India on 25th January. 25th January से इंडिया में फिर आ गया. It means till 31st March जो इस साल का 2023 का है, he was in India. Now we have to calculate his residential status for the assessment year 2023-24. तो अगर आपने 23-24 का इसका रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस निकालना है तो प्रीवियस ईयर में इसका स्टे चेक करना पड़ेगा. सो व्हाट इज द प्रीवियस ईयर? 2022-23. अब 2022-23 में वो इंडिया में कब तक था? देखो जो सेकेंड लास्ट लाइन है उसमें बताया 1 दिसंबर 2020 को वो अमेरिका चला गया और इंडिया में वापस आया था 25 जनवरी 2023. इट मीन्स 25 जनवरी 2023 से लेकर 31 मार्च 2023 वो उसका स्टे बनेगा. सो लेट्स सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इसका हम स्टे निकालते हैं ड्यूरिंग द प्रीवियस ईयर बिकॉज वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस फॉर प्रीवियस ईयर 2022 to 23 as it was given in the question. 2023-24 जो है वो उसका assessment year है. So previous year will be 2022-23. So you will see the stay of Mr. X during the previous year 2022-23. So according to the question ये गिवन था कि वो 25 जनवरी को इंडिया में रिटर्न आया है. 25 जनवरी 2023. सो इट मीन्स वो टिल हमारे प्रीवियस ईयर के अकॉर्डिंगली 31 मार्च पर प्रीवियस ईयर कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. सो ही वॉज इन इंडिया फ्रॉम 25 जनवरी टिल 31 मार्च. हाउ मेनी डेज? इसके जनवरी के 7 days बिकॉज इट इज़ अकॉर्डिंग टू द रूल्स डे ऑफ डिपार्चर एंड डे ऑफ अराइवल बोथ आर टेकन. सो 25 से 31 मार्च तक डेज काउंट करेंगे. जनवरी 7 days, February 28 days and March 31 days. So his stay during the previous year comes out to be 66 days. So with the help of this now we will check कि टेस्ट कौन सा लग रहा है. If you remember, we have done 3 tests. First test was his stay during the previous year should be 182 days. That is not applicable here because this stay is less than 182 days. Come to the second test, it was 60 days and stay during past 4 previous years should be more than 365 days. So stay during previous year तो हमारा है 66 days which is more than 60 days. But अब निकालते हैं इसका पिछले 4 साल में कितना stay है. Now this was the previous year. अब इसके पिछले 4 साल. If this is 22, 23, now we will see previous to this 4 years. It means 2021, 22. Then is 2022, 21. Next will be 2019 to 2020. And then next will be 2018 to 2019. We have to check the stay of that person during these 4 previous year. Now in the question it was given that he came to India for the first time in 2016 and he stayed here till 1st April 2019. So 2016 से आकर 2019 तक for 3 years he was in India. It means 2018-9 complete he was in India. 365 days he was in India. Then again it was written he went to France on 1st April 2019. अब वो फ्रांस गया 1st April 2019 को. It means when this year started he went. But again he came back to India on 1st July 2019. 1st April 2019 को जाकर 1st July. So it means from 1st July 2019 till 31st March 2020. ये पूरा time he was here. So we can count these days. For the July 31 days, August 31, September 30, October 31, November 30, December 31, January 31, February will be 29 as this was 2020 February. So 29 days for February and plus 31. So when we will add all these days, it comes out to be 275 days. So he was in India from 1st July 2019 to 31st March 2020. And this comes out to be 275 days. Coming to the next year 2020 and 21. So for this information is that on 1st December, he again went to America. So it means till 1st December he was in India. From the starting of this year till 31st till 1st of December he was in India. So we can calculate the days from 1st April 2020 to 1st of December 2020. So for this April will be having 30 days. 30 April, May, June 30, July 31, August 31, September 30, October 31, November 30 and 1 day of December. So all these days he was in India. So we will add it. It comes out to be 245 days. So from 1st April till 1st December he was in India. So it comes out to be 245 days. Coming to 2021-22. So 2021-22 he has not been in India, so his stay during this time period is nil according to the question. So now we will see whether the second test is satisfied or not. Second test said 60 days, it is okay, and previous 4 years stay should be more than 365 days. Now we can see it is more than 365. This only is 365. So it means the second condition is satisfied. So we will write that Mr. X stayed in India during the previous year for 60 days and his stay during previous 4 years relevant to the previous year. Previous 4 years, it is more than 365 days. So Mr. X is proved to be resident of India. So we have seen that on the second test, this is done, right? Third test would have been applicable if that person would have earned salary more than 15 lakh and then he would have become the deemed resident. But there is no need to apply that because there is no information regarding the salary First test of course is not applicable because stay is less than 182 days, but according to the second test, Mr. X is resident of India under section 6 subsection 1. So this is how you will calculate the residential status of an individual.